Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, coming to you from the Grand Hotel. It's Policy Week for the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce, so we're up here for that. And we're also up here to introduce you to Christine Roeder. Okay, I knew I was going to get around there. Christine Roeder. And Christine I'm going to have to read this because you are the Executive Vice President of Global Epicenter of Mobility Initiative at the DRP.
Yes.
Which is the Detroit Regional Partnership, right? So you have a section of that and you have a project of that. Tell us what that is.
Sure. So this was born out of the Building Better Regions Challenge that came out of the last administration in DC. Maureen Krause, our CEO, was really successful in identifying hundreds of partners in the Detroit region that were focused on mobility and the future of mobility in this region. How do we maintain our status as the leader? How do we find workers? How do we have the right test sites? How do we have the sites themselves for companies to attract them to? Um, so she was able to work with this large coalition back in 2022, and we were one of 21 regions in the country that were awarded funds. We were awarded $52 million to spend over a 4-year period, and we're halfway through that. So we're 2 years into the initiative now.
And you've only spent half the budget.
Right.
All right.
We're about halfway through, and we have a good relationship with the Department of Commerce and the Economic Development Administration. So we're looking forward to spending the rest of it.
All right. So after your 2 years, what's your appraisal of your progress?
Oh, it's been incredible because the way that this grant was formatted was to really help to fill gaps in this, in the ecosystem, and to build a stronger ecosystem for mobility. When you look at other regions that have been successful with innovation or manufacturing or healthcare, you see there's different aspects of those regions. Here we needed to really pull together all of these organizations that are touching talent, touching companies and entrepreneurs, and have them talk to each other so that it's not so siloed and splintered. So, what we're doing is building an ecosystem, and we're seeing some wins. We're measuring the relationships, we're measuring the strength of those relationships, and we're already seeing a transition from, just kind of a loose knit kind of understanding what other organizations do
Sure.
to much closer
It's really
MOUs. Yes, just really working together.
yeah.
We're focused, like I said, on talent. We're focused on prepping sites for the region. We're focused on, startups and entrepreneurship, proving and testing. That's a really big asset for Michigan. We've got 13 of the 14 most sought after testing attributes available in our region for any mobility company to come here and find a way to plug in and test their technology. And then we're also, what we're doing at DRP is Gem Central, which we're kind of the connective tissue of
Mhm.
all of these organizations, and we're doing research and data. So it's really incredible.
Will you be working with like Automation Alley
Yeah.
and places
Oh
like
yeah.
that?
They're one of our partners.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Excellent
Yep.
stuff. All right. How do you see the next 2 years?
Well, we're really excited about what we've coined the road to 2030. We just finished a study of the future technologies for this region. So we've identified technologies that we feel we're best poised to go after to be sure that we've got a supply chain that can support mobility, whether it's micro mobility or maritime or single passenger vehicles. So really evolving from automotive to all sorts of mobility. Um, with this technology study, we've identified hydrogen and battery technology and advanced propulsion and advanced assembly, and all sorts of other technologies that we're going to focus on,
Mm.
spread to economic developers, entrepreneurs, and existing businesses to help them to identify what their next step might be.
So I was just talking to someone from another country, and they were really putting their time into the fuel cell.
Yeah,
And that was a hot topic, and then it kind of fell out of the headlines,
good point.
but the research on it did not.
Right.
Do you see that in the
Yes,
future?
yes. Hydrogen fuel cell technology is one of our top 7 technologies for the future, that we're focused on over the next 4 or 5 years. We're actually launching on June 9th our website. We're going to have a webinar. We've got a full data set. We also have an executive summary that really distills what the opportunities are for the Detroit region in hydrogen fuel cell.
Wow.
Yeah, really excited.
All right. So how much mileage are you putting on your electric vehicle in
Oh
pursuit of?
gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. My electric vehicle, I don't have one yet.
It's okay. It's okay.
I have
You're called a pre-plug.
yes, yes. I'm an advocate. I just don't have one yet.
No, no,
But all good. No, it is exciting, and there's all sorts of technologies. It's not just electric drivetrain. There's hydrogen, and again, there's other technologies that are going to move forward. So it's really how do we want to position ourselves to be the winner
yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20 years out. So we're looking at all that through our research and data.
Mobility is huge, and especially here in Michigan.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
keep up the good work. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
Christine Roeder, thanks so much for sharing.
Thank you. Thank you
Appreciate
very
it.
much.
Christine is the Global Epicenter of Mobility Initiative at the DRP. We are coming to you from the Grand Hotel, and we are here for the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce's annual Policy Conference. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.